Hola, I'm Senora VanderKamp, and I am the middle school, high school Spanish teacher. Right now I'm going to talk about the 8th grade class. This class is a high school level Spanish 1 class, and your student will get high school credit for taking this class. That is fulfilling one requirement towards the foreign language high school requirement. So next year your student will take Spanish 2 as a freshman and be done with their requirement unless they choose to go on to Spanish 3, which I will also be teaching. Your student can show you the syllabus. It's just one document that looks like this, and that is found in Google Classroom on the stream, and that will show you just some of the rules for the class, my grading system and how every category is weighted, the late policy, and just other things about talking to me if they need extra help or any questions on assignments. Let's see, the textbook. The textbook is called Buen Viaje. It's a big book, and this book actually is just used in the classroom, so we do activities out of it and we learn the vocabulary out of it, and then the students have their own workbook. Looks like this. You may see this at home regularly, I imagine, unless they're finishing their work in class. So they will keep this with them and bring it to class every single time, and they will also write in a Google Doc to turn it in. So they won't write in the workbook actually. Some other ways that I supplement are with IXL. So IXL is a great practice website that helps the students practice what we're learning in each chapter. And so those will be assigned and graded as well as they're completed. I also love to use Quizlet.com. So we use it in the classroom for practice, to play games. There are tests on there, and that is specifically for vocabulary and verb conjugations. I have the Quizlet vocab lists already set up in there for all the chapters, and the students can just go in there anytime, either at school or at home, and practice the vocabulary. So that's just one reminder that you might want to let them know, have you studied your Spanish vocabulary? Because we don't make flashcards anymore. It's all on Quizlet, and even a list in there and pictures and lots of games and different ways to practice. And if your student prefers to make their own Quizlet, they can do that too. Students always make their own lists, maybe to separate them, because I give different quizzes at different times over a different amount of words. And so that might be helpful for them to create their own Quizlet lists. Also, throughout the year, we'll do some projects. And so the first project that's actually coming up is for the Day of the Dead. And so we will learn about which countries celebrate the Day of the Dead, which is right around Halloween. We'll learn about how the different countries celebrate the Day of the Dead, and do a little fun project. The other time that we talk about culture is in each chapter. Actually, each chapter has a culture section, and so we'll talk about how the chapter is related to culture, whether it's transportation and getting around a city in another country or something like that. We'll also talk about Christmas time, different ways that other countries celebrate. And then, of course, we'll celebrate Cinco de Mayo in May, and possibly have some snacks and celebrate with Mexican food, because that's always fun. If you have any questions for me, here is my email, rachel.vanderkamp@saints.org. And please feel free to email me at any time with any questions that come up. Gracias. Adios.